Hello and good morning to all. My name is Vishal Manucha, owner and director at Net Worth Immigration Solution. Welcome back to our live session. It's 11 a.m. right now in Canada and it's late evening in India. Welcome back to all our viewers. Again, this is another Friday with another new updates from the last 1 week from the immigration industry, and also we will be taking up question and answer in this session. This is going to be another 30 to 40 minutes of live interactive session with me, and definitely I will be letting you know about all the latest updates from the last 1 week. So first of all, we will be discussing about the update from IRCC from the express entry point of view. There was an exciting data being released this yesterday, which showed that Canada has exceeded all its previous quarter number of ITA been issued till now. So we will be discussing about that. There will be another important update about that no medical is now required if you are applying for permanent residency and you are already in Canada. So we will be discussing about that. It's a very important information for students, for all the people who have to have a medical till now. They have been exempted under a new public policy. We will be discussing about that. That is very important update from the IRCC, that you don't require a medical. So we will be discussing about that too. And then yes, we will have a lot of updates from the province like Manitoba, British Columbia. They had their draws, so we will be discussing about that. And yes, there are new rules being released for the travel. People who are fully vaccinated now, they are allowed to travel. So we will be discussing about what you need to know before you make your travel plans, and what is expected when you enter Canada. If you are required to quarantine or not, that will also be discussed in this session. And yes, another will be the Ontario has released another has added another stream to its EOI, where you can now submit your EI under that stream. So we will be discussing about that. So there are a lot of updates to be discussed in this session. So let us start off with the most exciting one from Express Entry. There was no draw in this week from Express Entry under any class, under CEC or PNP. There's no draw from last 1 week. But yes, the data being released yesterday shows that second quarter of 2020-21 has seen the maximum number of ITA being ever issued in one quarter. Yes, it had even exceeded the first quarter of 2021. This quarter, the number of ITA being issued is 44,591. Yes, in the last 3 months, 44,591 ITA has been issued under Express Entry class. So that includes your candidate experience class and also provincial nominee program stream. So yes, 44,591. The last quarter, the number was 44,124. So this quarter is even higher than the previous one, and highest among every quarter, any quarter since the Express Entry draw started. So Canada is definitely trying to achieve its goals of getting maximum number of people apply for permanent residency as much as possible. Although we are still in the middle of pandemic, hopefully that is going to end soon. But yes, still Canadian immigration has been very aggressive through the pandemic. And yes, now we can see the number speaks about it. 88,000 is a big number we are talking about in the first two quarters. So where in the one quarter, if you talk about 2019-20, hardly around 100,000 were issued in 1 year. So now in the first 6 months, we have almost reached around 90,000 ITA being issued for Express Entry. So that number is almost double than the previous 2 years if we have to compare to. So that is very, very exciting news. So so the next 6 months we can see more draws coming for Express Entry for Canadian experience class, and hopefully by this month or next we'll be expecting that federal skilled worker draws will also be started. Hopefully that happens soon, and we are expecting that to happen in July or August. There should be Express Entry draw with federal skilled worker. I know people across the globe are waiting for that draw to happen. It's almost 6 months that federal skilled worker draw has never been held under the Express Entry class. That is something to look forward to, and I know there are people across the globe who are waiting for it, who are waiting for the draw to happen. That may also happen very soon, the way the things are moving up, because we can see the IRCC is coming back to a lot of normal things which were which were before the pandemic. To just discuss about another thing related to that is the Express Entry. If you have been invited for an Express Entry draw, the number of days allowed to submit the application was increased from 60 to 90 because of pandemic. But now it has been again reduced to 60 days. So anybody who has got an ITA after 29th of June, they will only have 60 days to submit their express entry profile like pre-pandemic era. Yes, that was increased to 90 because of pandemic, but now it has been dropped down back to 60 days. So that shows that IRCC is getting back to normal, and they are basically trying to reduce the days again, and obviously to process the PR as quick as possible. And to be very honest, right now, especially the people who got their ITS under 75 points, if you talk about them, their PR application is been processed. A lot of applications have been just processed under 2 months. Yes, you are getting the PR approval under 2 months of applying the application. This is specifically happening, so I don't know why, but those applications are being processed much quicker than the previous one. So anybody who got their IT under 75 and uh, have submitted their file to express entry class, their PR has been getting approved. I think in the last 1 week we have got more than 15 to 20 PR approved, which were applied under 75 points, and the duration of, we think, if we calculate the duration of those, how long it took is less than 2 months. Yes, it's very hard to believe that, but yeah, it's less than 2 months that those applications have been processed and PR has been approved. So that is very exciting for people who have submitted the PR under the 75 point, who got their IT under 75 point. Their PR has been processed much quicker than the previous application. All I know, the people are very disappointed that they are not. There are a lot of applications which are pending since last 1 year. They have not been processed, but these one have been very lucky that they have been processed in less than 2 months, which is again very exciting to see and know that the IRCC is getting back to normal. The processing times are getting back to normal. Another exciting thing relating IRCC, we have from the last 1 week, even the study permit application being applied have started getting results. We got our 2 visas yesterday and hoping to get a lot many for coming September 2021 intake. But yes, from the last 2 months, the study permit application which were applied were not being processed because of travel restrictions and because of COVID. But now the applicant have started getting results for September 2021 intake, which were applied, I think, before 15th of May. They will, as committed by IRCC, they are supposed to process those applications by 6th of August. So starting from, I think, last week, they have started making decisions on all the applications which were submitted. And as I said, a lot of people are getting results. We have got our 2 visas yesterday for September 2021, and hopefully we know that a lot of them are still pending. That is an exciting news for all the international students who are in India, who have applied their application, but they have not got their results yet. They should expect their results soon, I hope. I'm pretty sure by end of July, a lot of international students will get their result, and as IRCC is committed that any application submitted 15th of May will be processed by 6th of August. So I'm pretty sure that those will be processed by that time. And as I said, the decisions have already started coming, so keep an eye on it. And definitely, if you have submitted your application for study permit, your application decision is around the corner. You should expect a decision being made within a month, specifically if you have submitted your application before 15th of May. Rest may take further time, that we have to see how it goes. But yes, people who have submitted their application before 15th of May, they have started getting results for fall 2021. Now, if we talk about will they be able to do in-person classes when they come, if they are able to travel to Canada for fall intake. So the information from a lot of the university and colleges that it is going to be at least a hybrid session. This fall session is going to be still hybrid, where people will have both the choices to have an online and in-person classes, or maybe you are only allowed to go to the classes if you have a practical program. If it's a theoretical program, that means you have to do all the program online. So you have to confirm that from your college, from your university, that how exactly that is going to happen. But yes, different university and colleges have got their own way of going ahead during this pandemic. And I think still this fall 2021 is going to be majorly an online intake, and maybe a hybrid one, with a lot of universities are still considering to think. And as the travel restrictions are still in place, so obviously it's very hard to predict right now that the session will be online or it is going to be in-person classes, because most of the university colleges do depend on international students to make a cohort of a class. And definitely, if they are not allowed to travel, then the chances are it may be just an online session. But if the travel restrictions are lifted, for fall intake within the next 2 3 weeks. If they are lifted, then the chances are there will be in-person classes starting for fall 2021, which is again going to be another hurdle we have passed by for through this pandemic, and I'm pretty sure that international students will be happy about that. First of all, they've started getting results, and secondly, that maybe they have an online classes coming. Sorry, in-person classes starting in fall. But let's see how it goes. In few weeks, it will be clear that it will be an online classes session or a hybrid session. And again, as I said, you should check with the university and college how they are planning to do this fall, and you will have a better idea and understanding that how your education is going to look like in the first semester when you land in Canada. So that was so we have discussed about the highest number of ITA being issued in this quarter. Medical, I just want to repeat here: if you are within Canada and if you are applying for PR, you no longer need a medical under circumstances and under new policies, which is now applicable till 28th December 2021. So till 28th December 2021, if you are within Canada or even if your spouse is within Canada, then you are not supposed to submit your medical. If there are 2 3 conditions, I'm just gonna tell those conditions. If you meet those conditions, then first of all, if you have already applied for your PR and you have not submitted your medical, you will not be required to do a medical right now. Secondly, if you have not yet applied for PR but you have done your previous medical in the last 5 years and there were no major issues during your medical, then also you will not be required to do another medical for this PR. Or if you have not left Canada for more than 6 months in your home country or the country which I mentioned on the IRCC website, or through which you need a medical before you travel to Canada, these people will be exempted to give their medical for this PR application under any class. So that is a very, it's a new latest development and a very latest update from IRCC that you don't need medical exam if you are within Canada. I'm just repeating that again: if you are within Canada, only for those candidates, and if you are been invited or you're able to, you're planning to submit your PR file till 28th of December 2021, you're not supposed to give a medical exam. But this is only for people who are within Canada. So that is very important to know. Note that it is only for people who are within Canada. So that was the update for the medical. Then Manitoba held its largest draw, biggest draw ever. They invited more than 1,000 people under this ITA. Yes, more than 1,000 people were invited by the province Manitoba. They all were invited under skilled worker overseas class. So all the people who are outside Manitoba with skilled worker and who have scored more than 565 points under their EOI, they all were invited. And the number of IT issued were 1017. This is the highest and bigger ever draw by Manitoba province. And all the people who have scored more than 565 under skilled worker overseas were invited. Just to let you know how these streams work, mostly all the provinces in Canada have got their own EOI system, which is expression of interest system. So if you are interested to move that province, then you have to create your profile under their own PNP system. Then according to your education, your experience and everything, they will rank you with the points. And like with this draw, everybody who was scoring more than 565 have been invited. So once you create your profile, you'll get a score of your profile. Like it's similar to CRS score when you submit it to Express Entry. But these are all people who were invited were through Canadian experience, through Express Entry. So people who have applied through Canadian class, through Express Entry, and also created the EOI to Manitoba, those people were invited. So you need to do both the things here. You need to create a profile in Express Entry and also separately submit an expression of interest to Manitoba province. All those people and who were scoring more than 565, they were outside Canada, all were invited in this draw. And the score was 1017. ITA were issued with 565. This is the biggest draw ever been held by Manitoba province till now. So the number, and we can clearly see that all the province and even the federal government is trying to get as much people possible into Canada, getting their PR approved, applying, and making them eligible to apply for PR, because this pandemic has slowed down the immigration target of Canada and also slowed down the economic growth of Canada. But definitely, immigration is the key forward, is the success forward for Canada. So we can clearly see that with the province getting very aggressive, making people invite through their ITA or through Express Entry class, we can already know that the highest water people have already been issued under this last 6 months. the highest IT has already been issued, that clearly show that immigration is very clearly targeting all the people, and this is the right time to travel to Canada if you are looking to travel to Canada right now. Also, another update for TR to PR application. The good news is the AOR we have started receiving the AOR for people who have applied to TR to PR pathway under international student stream. Although not many have been still got the AOR, but we have started receiving it, and I'm pretty sure in the next couple of weeks or few weeks, all the people who have cleared the first initial stage will get their AOR letter from the High Commission very soon. So if you have submitted your application under TR-PR pathway, just keep an eye on your email. Also check your spam emails. Make sure you check your spam email. Sometimes the mail go to spam email, and you have to figure it out that you don't miss on that email, because AOR is basically an application. They have that confirm that they have received your application and they have started processing those applications. So make sure you are not you're checking your emails properly, and also your spam folder, so that you don't miss an important mail from IRCC. They may even ask you for further documents and information. You have to make sure that you're not missing your email. You're checking your spam folder regularly to make sure that you don't miss out on those important emails from IRCC, because most of the clients under TRPR have submitted their application of their own, so they have to make sure that they are able to uh, if they are updated with any information received by IRCC and able to cover and receive them if the further documentation is being required by IRCC. That is very important for people who have submitted their file under TR to PR pathway. So let me start up taking few questions. Before, there are a few questions already posted on the comment section. And if you have any question, any question or any concern about any of your immigration need or concern, type your question into the comment section, and definitely I'll be happy to answer them for you right away. And if I'm not able to answer right away, then I'll ask you to drop an email, and we will be able to get back to you through email or through different. We may have to book you for a counseling session if required. So let us start taking few questions we have, and we have still got a lot of updates available for this week. We will continue with the update as and when I get another chance to get back to the update. So we have Milan Patel saying hi to us. Hi, and thank you for joining us the session with us. Hi Ajit, hello to you. Welcome back to our session. Then we have got Amy asking us a question. Hello sir, I applied for spouse open work permit in last year August, and my biometrics were done already. I did not get any responsibility yet for medical. I was wondering to know how long it is taking. I mean, right now, again, as I was just discussing about even the express entry decision been made, there's no set pattern being seen right now by IRCC while considering the application. The spouse open work permit is one of the category which has been delayed a lot, majorly because of the travel restriction in place. Like we still know the travel restrictions are in place till 21st of July 2021. They are still in place. So that may be a major reason. And also because of pandemic, a lot of visa office was not have the initial capacity of people coming and working in. They were working online. So that has also delayed the process further. So there's no set answer, because August, I know it's almost a year. We are in July now, so it's almost a year when you applied for your spouse open work permit. Unfortunately, we have not got any. I know you haven't got heard anything back from IRCC. You have, the only thing is to wait. There's no set timeline. I can assure you that this will be a timeline where you can get you may hear back from IRCC. The only thing is to have patience and see what the results you get once the decision has been made on your application. Then I've got Amrita. Do I need to print and sign immigration form for TR to PR pathway? I can't sign it on PDF editor. Yes, I mean, it depends on the form. Not all of the form required to be printed and signed. One of the like 008 form is to be just validated online, but there are a couple of other forms like 1013, I think, is to be signed and print and signed. And you can even use your digital signature if you want. That is also acceptable if you're not able to print and sign them. So after filling, you can just use your digital signature, and those forms are also accepted. But there are forms which are to be printed and signed, and there are a couple of forms which don't require a signature and printout of those applications. Then we have Sushil. Hello Sushil, how are you? Good evening, Ravi. Thanks for joining. Does 16-month or 20-month PG course give you 3 years post-graduation work permit? Okay. So Pranav, basically to answer your question here is any program which has a duration of, which is called 2 complete academic years, right? Now colleges have got different, most of the colleges, example in Ontario, they finish up their 2-year program in 16 months. And because they are called 2 year programs, so you will be eligible for up to 3 years of work permit. Even 20 months are eligible for the same as far as they complete 2 academic year. So all it you have to say, because different colleges, even like if you talk about, say we compare Quebec from Ontario, Quebec has got its own education system, and the way some of the program they take around 20 months, but it is called 2 year program, and it is 1800 hours, so they get 3 years work permit. In Ontario, most of the provinces has said 2 year program means 4 terms. One term is around 4 months each, so this 4 term is around 16 months. So yes, that program do qualify for 2 years of 3 years of up to 3 years of work permit. Then we have another question. Will the TR to PR will reopen post graduation, and will the ECC point drop? Can yes, TR to PR will reopen post graduate stream. There are chances if the other two streams which are still open are not able to. First of all, I think the first phase will be to see how like we all know that people have started getting their AORs now, so we have to see that. I think IRCC will keep an eye on how many applications were successfully submitted, which were complete, which were processed, and if they still think that they are not able to meet up their quota or the number of people they are targeting, then the stream may open up again. To answer the second part of your question, that your second part of, and will CEC points drop? Yes, Canny, I'm pretty sure the way the things are moving up and the way IRCC is aggressive right now, inviting people within Canada, there are always chances it could drop down. We have already seen a magic happen in February where the points were dropped to 75, where everybody were invited to submit their PR if you are within Canada. So you can always keep an eye on it, and I'm pretty sure CEC draws is something which IRCC will continue having, and definitely the chances are the points will be reducing soon. So I'm not pretty sure what level it can go to, but everything is possible after, if you still remember the February draw which was held this year, where the score was dropped down to 75. So yes, there are chances about it. Will Hi Arvinder, when will PPR request start? Okay, as I said, the passport request, we have got two approval yesterday. I'm not pretty sure the approval has been granted and they've been asked to submit the passport, but the PPR request has not yet started. So that is something to see. I'm pretty sure if the decision has started coming by today or by next week, I'm pretty sure they will be allowing to submit the passport and sending the passport request letter again. Because if they started granting the decision, then we think that the things are getting very close to where people will start getting a PPR request and submitting their passport for stamping. Keep an eye on the updates. You can keep an eye on our Facebook page. We do update every information by IRCC regarding any province, any new update regarding any immigration topic is been updated on our page. So definitely you can look our page and you will find an updated information. But I'm pretty sure by next week or so you can hear about getting a PPR request and submitting your passport. How long to get an OA for ONP federal paper-based file? Karan, there is no set time frame for that. Thank you again for joining the session. I know you have been joining us very regularly and asking your questions. To just answer your question here, there is no time frame for the AOR for the federal file under PNP. It can definitely take few months, around 3 to 4 months, pretty sure. Even in fact, we are submitting a lot of application. We have submitted are taking that much of time. But there was a recent development under spousal open work permit. We submitted a couple of paper applications. They were in fact processed very quickly. So that was surprising to see that how did that happen. But yes, answering your question, it may take few months before you get your AOR for the paper-based application. Then we have got AJ asking his question. Mr. Mnucha, nowadays virtual oaths are going on for citizenship or physical. If virtual, then when it will become physical? Okay, there is no set guidelines being issued about it, but right now, yes, there are virtual oaths be going around, but we can expect a physical one. I know you're interested in physical one. You want to meet the Queen before you take your oath. So I know you want to look for a physical. You are interested in physical oath, but right now it is online, and I'm pretty sure they are soon going to start up the physical oath. Let's hope there will be an update soon, but let's see when that start. But it should be around the corner for you. Then we have Kashish. Can we create profile in the CEC after 11 months of experience and submit the document once we complete 12 months of experience? Yes, Kanish, to answer your question, once you complete your 11th month, it gives you a complete point for complete 1 year, 1 year. So yes, you are allowed to create your profile after 11 months, and you can submit your documents. Basically, it depends when you get your ITA. Definitely, by the time you get your ITA, by the time you submit your application, your experience will be more than 1 year. But yes, to answer your question, if you have it's the 11th month you are into right now, you can definitely submit your profile at that time. Abhishek, thank you. I already touched in with you when colleges are open for January. Please mention. Yes, Abhishek, we will definitely let you know. But if you're asking about admissions, just to let you know, the colleges admissions are already open for January 2022. A lot of them are already open. Yes, maybe I'm not pretty sure which college or university we are looking at here, but most of them have already started accepting application for January 2022. It will depend on what particular college or university you're targeting, but there are already a lot of universities which have started or colleges which have started admission for January 2022. So if you are looking for any college admission, kindly contact our India or Canada office. In India, our office is based in Karnal in Haryana. And in Kurukshetra, you can visit those offices there if you're looking for any of the college admissions. We do have IELTS classes in both of our center in Karnal and Kurukshetra. You can take up those if you are looking to start up your IELTS, or if you finish your IELTS. Definitely you can apply for the study permit with us. We will be able to arrange an offer letter for you. But if you want to do an IELTS, definitely you can join our centers in Karnal and Kurukshetra and definitely take that services with us through. Then we have a question from JC today. Hi JC, thanks for joining this session. Do work permit holder have to get IELTS again after 1 year to apply for PR? Okay, yes. If your PR is still valid, you don't need to take an IELTS again, because it's valid for 2 years. But if your PR is expired, then definitely you need another IELTS score when you apply for your PR. So to answer your question, it will depend if your PR. We all know that the IELTS is valid for 2 years. So if it's 2 years, if it's still valid, you don't need to give it the exam again. So it doesn't matter if you're applying for a PR again. That will depend. That will make consider that you will be doing IELTS again or not. It all will depend if your PR, your IELTS is valid or expired. If it's valid, you don't need it. If it's not valid, then definitely you need to write an IELTS again before you submit your PR application. Thank you for asking that question. So that was the question we have till now. We will be definitely answering few more once we get it. But let us get back to the update we have been discussing. And this last 1 week, we have already discussed about the PR, hitting the number of the highest number of ITAs, then medical been waived off under a new public policy. I've already discussed about the biggest Manitoba draw which was held this week, where more than 1,000 ITAs were issued. Now let us talk about, we've also discussed about Canada have reduced the, once you get your ITA in the pandemic time, the number of days given to submit the application were increased from 60 to 90, but now they have been dropped back to 60 again. So if you have just joined this session, to just let you know that if you have got your ITA now, you have got 60 days, not 90 days. So make sure you are preparing your application, keeping an eye that you have only 60 days now to submit your application, not 90 days. So just make sure that you submit your application on time. Then let us discuss about some travel restrictions. We still have travel restrictions in place. Canada still has travel restrictions. They are not yet been lifted. We are expecting a good news by 21st of July. Let's see how that goes. But still now, yes, travel restrictions are in place. But the good news is if you are already vaccinated, if you're fully vaccinated, not with one dose, with complete 2 doses, then you are allowed to travel to Canada after 5th of July. But you have to keep in mind your travel restriction. But the good news is you will not have to quarantine for 14 days. That is an exciting news if you're fully vaccinated. Another thing is you will not be required to give another COVID test after 8 days. So these two conditions are waived off for all the people who will be traveling after 5th of July. So anybody traveling before 5th of July, which is Monday, you will still have to quarantine, and you still have to give that 8th test after the 8 days. But if you are traveling after 5th of July, both these conditions are being waived off. If you're fully vaccinated, then you don't need to quarantine, and you don't have to get another COVID test result after 8 days. But yes, you have to still get the negative report when you travel to Canada. That will still be required. Even if you're fully vaccinated, you have to make sure that you have got it done before you travel. You still have a negative test result. That is still required, even if you are fully vaccinated. The only thing which is changing is, which is a big thing, that you don't have to quarantine. The hotel quarantine has been waived off, and you don't need to give another test after 8th day. So these are the changes been coming from this Monday, 5th of July. Before that, anybody coming in, they need to still quarantine with the thing. Then Ontario has announced opening of its in-skill demand class stream for the EOI. This is the first time in 2021 the in-demand people who comes under the Ontario has its in-demand skill list. If you think if you've got a skill which is mentioned, which is a part of that in-demand skill, then you are now welcome to create your EOI expression of interest under the stream. Submit it, make a profile of yours, and whenever the draw has been held, you will get an invitation. And once you get an invitation, you have to apply for an ONP first, which has to be done on an online platform to an online portal. It has to be done, and once your ONP gets approved, you will be applying for permanent residency under that. So yes, definitely the ONP, the in demand, is one of the streams which people look forward to. People like truck drivers do qualify under the stream, and the stream do changes every time it opens up. It's not the same like the previous one. So keep just make sure that your occupation is in demand under that list. And when you create an outpick, in fact, then only you will be able to create your profile. If your occupation is not in the demand list, you will not be able to create your EOI under that stream. So that is something important you need to know. We have a follow-up question. Okay, follow-up question on my previous question. When they ask how many years of Canadian experience do you have, should I mention less than a year or experience of 1 year or more, as I have one? No, you have to mention 1 year, because that is when you start getting your complete 1 year points. That is in your 11 months. That's how the system has been set up. The moment you complete your 11 months, you get a complete 1 year experience. So you have to mention complete 1 year of experience has been covered when you create your profile. Again, Kashish, if you still have any question or doubt, you can definitely contact us, and we'll be happy to assist you throughout your process of PR, so that you don't end up doing any wrong, and we make sure that you do get your permanent residency approved under the stream you're looking or targeting to apply. And definitely, if you have experience, then we will make sure that you reach your desired result. So if you want us to help you out, definitely we can help you in that regard. There was just a couple of more updates left. BC had its tech draw this week where 52 IT were issued, which is not a very big number, but this stream has been made permanent now. As per the previous announcement by BC government, this stream is available for IT people. You need to have a job offer and their particular knock to which they target, under which 52 ITs were issued in the last 1 week. So that is another draw we have in this last 1 week. So the last update for this week, before we take up the next couple of questions and wrap up the session, was the IRCC has released the information for people who. Okay, just to start up this thing from the very beginning, IRCC last week announced that people who have got their PR approved after 20th of March are now allowed to travel to Canada if you have got your COPR still valid. If your COPR has expired, you have to make sure you cannot make your travel plan till you have a valid COPR. You will not be able to land in Canada and get your PR approved till you don't have your COPR valid document. So if it's required, the IRCC has started issuing the letters. So check your emails, spam and inboxes. You should get your email soon if you have not yet got it. How to get a valid COPR document before you make your travel plan. Also, you have to make sure that there are no travel restrictions in your place in your country from Canada. So if you have to keep these things in mind before you make your travel plan. But the good news is that the IRCC has started sending information and instruction about how to get a valid COPR if your COPR is expired. And maybe some of people may need to go with the medical again. That is another thing you need to keep in mind. So make sure you're following the instruction you're getting to get your valid COPR before you make any travel plan to Canada. So these were all the updates we had from last 1 week, which a lot of exciting things. Medical was one of the big things, I think, which have been waived out under this public policy. There was no draw from last 1 week for the Canadian experience class under CEC. You may never know, you may have a draw today because there was no draw this week. But definitely there should be a draw coming up for next week for sure. So I think I've also answered all the questions been posted today, so they have also been taken care of. If I missed on something, again, you're invited to write us an email or visit our office. We are now available to meet you in person and definitely discuss your case. So that is another opportunity you have. Another important information is for all the international students who are in Canada. If you have completed your 1 year program and looking for another year program, contact our office in Canada and we can help you and assist you in getting college admission or college transfer into a new program, a new college if you're looking forward to or if you have not got your, if you are already in Canada but you started your education and you're not comfortable doing that program, again there are options that you can still change your program if you're not comfortable doing those or you're not liking that program. You can contact us and we can also assist you in that. We have an office in Brampton, Ontario, and another branch in Canada. We have in Alberta, Calgary. So you can contact all both the offices in Canada, or if you are somebody in India, you can contact our office in Karnal and Kurukshetra, and we will be happy to assist you in all your information or any category of application you are looking forward to. Net worth immigration is into this industry from last many years, and we have got all very good success rate under the all the category of application. So if you are looking forward to any category of application to apply for either work permit, PR, or study permit application, contact our offices in India and Canada, and we will be happy to assist you and help you in that regard. So let's wrap up the session. I still say my request to all you to stay home, stay safe. If you're in a country where still the COVID is cases are increasing, definitely the travel restrictions are still in place. So make sure before you make your travel plan to Canada, you have got you have make sure that your country travel restrictions have been lifted. If the international student, as I said, the good news is yes, you have, the region has started coming in India. I'm not sure about other countries, but yes, the region on the study permit application have started coming, and I'm pretty sure that you will be getting your results soon, and you can apply for your you will be able to travel also. So I'll just take a last question we have before I wrap up. When will work permit visa start? Is it already applied since March? Uh, Pramad, there is no set timeline being issued by everything by IRCC, but as I said, we have just noted that in the last 1 week, from starting on this Monday, uh, IRCC has started giving region on study permit application. They have started. I hope the work permits will be also starting soon. There are a lot of restrictions being lifted in Ontario now in Canada because the COVID cases have dropped down substantially. So there are a lot of restrictions been lifted. So I'm pretty sure the travel restrictions will be lifted soon, and I'm pretty sure that people whose applications are submitted with the IRCC and no decision has been made, they will start getting their decision soon. So thank you, Prama, for asking this question, and thank you all the viewers to joining this session. We will be again live back again at next Friday, 11 a.m. same time, 11 a.m. in Canada and 8:30 in India. Do join us back if you have any question. If you have any friends or family who are looking to immigrate to Canada, contact our offices in Alberta, in Calgary, and in Ontario, Brampton. We will be happy to assist you. If you are in India, you can contact our office in Karnal and Kurukshetra. So till next Friday, goodbye from us. I hope you have a good weekend and a good week ahead, and I will see you back live again next Friday. Till then, goodbye and have a good one.